Hey guys, so today I have a new update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows series here on YouTube. Guys, today's a big update. Let's just get into it. I have 5 bonus pans and one shade that I completely used up. Here's Nug Nugs. She's gonna hopefully not be too distracting. So 5 bonus pans, one that was completely used up that we will talk about first, and then we'll get into my progress for this project. And guys, really good progress. It's gonna be a long video if I don't just hop right in. So you guys know I'll have close-ups as we go along. I actually like editing this video, so I edit this video better than all my other videos usually. Nuggy. My cat keeps playing on my tripod. Okay, sorry about that. My cat knocked over my tripod. So let's just get into all of the bonus pans that I have. You guys have probably already seen these in other videos. I'm not sure which videos are going up, like what order they're going up in. So let's just jump off with the one that I completely finished, and it's from my Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay. This is in my Rolling Makeup Project pan, and I used up the shade WOS. So that is completely gone. It was a bonus pan, I think, last month or the month before, but now she's empty. So that is one less shade in my spreadsheet, so that does change the numbers. However, I hit a lot of pans this month, so my pan percentage did still increase. She keeps climbing up my tripod. Okay, you might get locked out if you don't behave there, ma'am. Here, look at it. Ooh, that looks fun. Go over there. Okay, temporary distraction for her. Let's get into the Super Shock shadows I hit pan on, because I hit pan on 3 of them. The first one we have is Like a Shot, and these were just in a haul video, but I hit pan on these. I always hit pan on these so fast. You'll see these in my Project 5 uses too at some point. But here's this one. I really like this one. It's more of a bronzy peach champagne, but that one is really pretty for all over the lid. The next one is Cosmic Charge, and this one is in Ultra Glitter. Here's what this one looks like. I really enjoyed this one. It's like a taupey brown. It looks a lot darker in the pan, like more taupey. Please don't knock this over. So it looks a lot more taupey, noggy in the pan, but when I swatch it out, you'll see that it looks more brown. And there, that one is right there. Really pretty, and it has some like blue and purple and silver glitters in it. So the next bonus pan is another Super Shock shadow. This is the shade Off the Grid, and this one was in my project pan. And guys, barely have pan in there. Most people probably wouldn't count this, but I actually worked on this for a while. I was using this on the lower lash line for a really long time, so I'm counting it. It's not a shade that I would typically wear all over the lid because it's pretty dark. So I'm fine with just having that on the lower lash line and just having like that small of a pan, because that's just how I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna force pan, you know, but there we go. Those 3 look really pretty together. It's like a really pretty like Christmas look. Interesting. Two more bonus pans, and they came from my Pan That palette. So again, you've probably seen all of these pans before. except for the 2 for the 5 uses. You won't see that project update for a while. Okay, so the next shade is from Shop Miss A. It is the shade L10, and that is what it looks like. Oh, she's getting, hold on. Come on, gotta go out in the living room. Okay, so this next shade is from my Pan That palette. It is from Shop Miss A in the shade L10. And this is what it looks like. We have a nice shiny pan right there. And this is like a really light champagne-y, like white gold color. I was wearing this all over the lid and on the inner corner. Right here on the bottom. It's a really pretty color. The other shade from my Pan That palette is this NYX Matte Brown. Again, another tiny baby pan, but I'm counting it. I'm sick of using this color, so it's getting put away. And there we go, we do have pan on it. And here that is swatched out. It looks more like a dark brown on camera, but it does have a little bit of burgundy to it, but it mostly just comes off as a dark brown. So there are all my bonus pans for this month, and that's just like so pretty of a combination. I should have worn them all together. That's all the bonus pans. Let's get into our progress. You guys, I hit pan on 4 of the 5 shadows. So exciting. Let's get into it. So, right off the bat, these 2 bad boys, if you remember from last time, I had a really big dip in both of these palettes. You guys, I had to use both of these one more time to hit pan. How annoying is that? One more time and I hit pan. I would have had pan on all 5. Yeah, I would have had pan on all 5 of my shades last update if I was able to wear these one more time. But I didn't. Anyway, here is the progress update of my Lorac Pro shade in Spice. And here is what it looks like now. It is this one right here. We got a nice pan in that shade. And I did wear this mostly on my lower lash line, but I did wear it in the crease in the outer corner a few times. So I will swatch this, I guess, right here. So there is that shade right there. Really pretty, like terracotta orange color. But I'm glad to have this palette rolled out. I have been playing with this palette for a very long time. And the next one, oh, let's rewind for a second. The shade Spice took me 19 uses total. And again, like I said, just one more use from last update. So let's go over to the Carly Bible palette. We have the shade Jode, and here is the progress photo. And here is what it looks like today. Right here, some nice pan. So I was wearing this mostly as a top liner shade for the everyday to go to work, but I did wear this all over the lid a few times, and I love this color. I am so happy this was in this project, or else I probably would have never used it. It's like a purpley blue slate gray, and it is so extremely metallic and shimmery. It's such a bad place for the swatch, but I will put close-ups. I don't want the close-ups to be the same as that, you know. So I will put close-ups of these 2 swatches as well. but it's just so pretty and I loved working with that color. So in total, I used this shade 13 times to hit pan, and like I mentioned, only one more use from last update. Okay, the next shade that I was able to hit pan on was my Morphe shade. So this was from the Morphe 35T palette, and let me show you where we introduced it last month. And this is what it looks like today. So I actually depotted this palette, and this shade was essentially brand new last time, and we have a really nice dip and a pretty good sized pan. I was wearing this all over the lid pretty much every day until I hit pan. And I was able to hit pan on this in 15 uses. So pretty. And those glitter particles did actually show up on your eye. There isn't that many, it's mostly just a shimmer, but then there's like a little bit of glitter. I did really enjoy working on this shade. I didn't mind having this in at all. And there, you'll see it better in the close-ups. It's such an awkward place. Okay, but there is that color right there. And our, oh, did I say how much I used that? I used that 15 times. Okay, and the last shade that we were able to hit pan on is from my Lorac Pro 2 palette, and we are working on the shade Mocha. So this is what it looked like last time. And we already had a pretty good dip on this shade. I have used this palette so much, and this is what it's looking like right now. Right here is the shade. Really nice size pan. I was using this on the lower lash line. I don't know if I ever, actually I used it on the top line I think once, but I believe that's all I used it as. Like I never got to using it on the outer corner. It just didn't go with the look that I was panning, but we were still very successful in hitting a really nice pan. And I was also using the shade Snow every single day as an inner corner. And I was hoping to be able to have a bonus pan in that shade as well. You can tell the dip is really big, but we didn't get quite there. But definitely in the future. Sorry if you can hear my cat. She is now mad that I locked her out, so she is climbing up my shower curtains. And there's already like a million holes in that shower curtain from her climbing up them, so at this point, it's just a lost cause. And there, again, you'll see it better in the close-up, but there is that shade Mocha. So this palette was really dark color scheme, but I was able to have really good progress with it. Okay, let's get into the last shade. This shade is still going to stick around in this project. Did I mention, sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. This Lorac Pro palette I used a total of 17 times. Okay. Pixie Palette. Let's show you where we were last update. Okay, and this is what it's looking like now. So we're working on this shade Good Morning, and it's just a really nice light transition color. You'll be able to see better in the close-ups, but I'm wearing it down pretty evenly. I don't think I will be able to hit pan in this color. I think this is gonna be a 30 user and then get rolled out. But I did get a little bit of use on this shade as well. I was wearing this on the lid a few times. So far, we have used this 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 times, and not really a dip. I've kind of just swirled my brush over the whole thing, not really focusing in on one particular spot because I know I'm probably not gonna hit pan on this one. So we will swatch this on this hand because it's still in the project. And that is what it looks like, just a really nice transition tone. And I really like it. I really like the formula of this. It's so nice, it's super blendable, and I've been enjoying wearing it. Now is the time. Let's talk numbers. My computer will turn on. Currently, I have 77 pans out of 2,268 eyeshadows. So since I did use up this shade, it did kind of move my numbers around a little bit, but I hit pan on, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades this month. Not too bad. So my pan percentage is 3.39%, almost to 4. I think we can get to 4% by next update, which would be really exciting. But again, that also depends on what we roll in, because I'm not currently working on anything that I think I'm gonna be able to hit pan on soon. Maybe my matte cream color, but that's it. So let's hope we get some good roll-ins. Let me pull up my number generator. Okay, and we have 2, 2, 6, 8. And let's randomize. 1935. Okay, let me bring my computer over. That, I feel like that whole like 1900, like 1700 to 1900 is all like bad habit palettes, I think. Ooh, okay, it's a new palette. I've used this palette once, but I do think that it was only one shade. So this is my Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette, and it's the shade Nuts and Dates. I hope it's one of the cool shimmers, but I think it's just one of the mattes. So I will grab that in a minute, but let's roll again. We need 4 new shades. So that, I'm excited to play with that one. Ooh, 60, that's an old one. That might be a cream eyeshadow. A 60 is, we already have pan on it, so we will roll again. That was my Stila Magnificent Metals Eyes cream eyeshadow in Dusty Rose, but we do already have pan, so let's roll again. 2171. Okay, this is another new palette. I used this palette again just one time. This is in my What I Got for Christmas haul. It is the Colourpop Garden Variety palette in the shade Wavelength. Another one I'm really excited to play with because I love that palette. So far, so good. 1706. That is a Bad Habit shade, and it is from my Aphrodite palette in the shade Heartbreak. That one is, again, another one I have to use for 5 uses. All 3 of those palettes are ones I have to use for my project 5 uses. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna get to play with all 3 of those palettes. Anyway, that palette is a dupe of Huda Beauty, I think Desert Dusk. Potentially, it's one of her pink toned palettes. So it's probably a pink or red or gold. And is this the last one? 1, 2, 3, yeah. 885. Ooh, okay, another good one. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about this round. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadow in the shade Fawn. And that's just a perfect transition brown. So I am really excited. This is gonna be a good month, a really fun one to play with, but let me go gather up all of these shades and I'll be right back. Okay, so first we have my Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. This palette's so pretty. I love this packaging. And we got the shade Nuts and Dates, which if I'm reading this right, it should be this shade right here. So this like dark purpley shimmer. This will be a nice like, ooh, this will be a good like lower lash line color or upper lash line. There is that one. I'll probably just use that as a liner, but I am excited to be able to use this palette as a whole. I will have close-ups, as you know, I'll have close-ups as we go. Okay, next we got the Colourpop Garden Variety palette. What was the shade? Wavelength. So that one is, oh, the names are on the inside. Ooh, awesome. It is this like shimmery tan, a shimmery cream color. I have used this before because I used this palette as a whole one time and I used that on the inner corner. So that will be a perfect inner corner color. Again, I will do close-ups, but it's this color. And then lastly, we have the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. And what was the shade we got? Heartbreak. Where's Heartbreak? Oh, that's boring. It's the matte black right here. Ooh, that's a very pigmented black though. Holy crap. That is very pigmented. I'm just gonna use that as a top line liner. So it'll be easy to hit pan on, but I do have to use this palette as a whole 5 times. I might have used this once already, but I do have to wear this for the 5 uses. So here's our color story so far. And then lastly, we pulled in the ABH single in Fawn. And here it is, just a nice transition brown. I've used this before. It does have a little, mostly just like brush strokes, but. There's that shade right there. Interesting. Interesting color story. I kind of like, because these palettes are all like really fun palettes, I kind of thought the color story would be way more fun, but it's very neutral. And they're really just like basic shades for me. So these two are like pretty much the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to start working on Fawn yet, I don't think. I'm going to finish off Good Morning first. We're at 15, 16, 17, 18 uses. So once I hit 30 uses on this one, then I'll start working on Fawn. So Fawn will probably be in here for a little bit longer. But I will be using this Moroccan Spice shade on the lower lash line. I will use this on the inner corner and I'll use this on the top line. So I have plenty of room to kind of play, which is going to be kind of fun because these are just kind of all basics that I can kind of make work with any look. So it might look kind of boring to you guys, but to me, it also kind of means that I'm going to be able to play with more different things. So I'm kind of excited. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this palette? What do you guys think about all of the pans that we hit? Oh yeah. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.